SSI, they just updated your benefit checks in 2025 for supplemental security income. I have all the details for you here in the video. Let's get right into it. All right, now first off, everything I'm talking about here in this video directly pertains to SSI and the millions upon millions of beneficiaries who do receive benefits from this program administered by Social Security every single month. Now, I want to point out a few different changes that started as of 2025 for your SSI benefit checks and what this means for your program as a whole. I'm also going to be pointing out some major discrepancies that I certainly want to bring to your attention because no one else is talking about this. I want to pound the table about this, and I want to make a big deal about this because this needs to be brought to the attention of people so we all understand what is going on with the SSI program, and you all seem to understand this because if this is your primary source of income, which if you're an SSI beneficiary, you're probably relying on your benefit for pretty much all of your income, because that's just how the program is set up, right? You don't really get the chance to have much more of an income outside of your monthly benefit. Otherwise, you get penalized and they take your benefit away. Yeah, that's a successful program setup. It's not a great plan. I wish I were in control of this thing because if I were, I can promise you this much, the program would be set up in a very different way, and these monthly benefit checks would be vastly different. I could promise you that. So maybe that should be my goal in life. Take over the SSI program and be the person who actually adjusts this program and reforms the program in a massive way. Now here's the thing. Unfortunately, this program is not managed and dictated by just one person. However, if that were the case, I would love to be that person because I think I could do some really good things for it and the beneficiaries as a whole because unfortunately this program, it's great, don't get me wrong, but it is so incredibly broken and I would love to do some fixes to it. Anyway, sorry, I don't want to get too sidetracked here, but let's get into it. Okay, so as of 2025, obviously here we are, many months into the year so far, but here's the thing. These program benefits have changed for the year, and I also want to point out a handful of different changes that affect your benefit as well as point out some of those discrepancies, okay? So we've got a lot to talk about here. I have about 5 different things that I want to point out here in this video. Maybe I'll add some bonuses as we go. Maybe I'll go off on some rant. Who knows? Let's see what the future brings us here in the next few minutes. So let's get into the list. Okay, so first off, let's just talk about the quick, easy ones here first. Now, yes, obviously these are easy, these are obvious, but these are some of those impacting SSI benefits. And then I'm going to point out some big numbers for you as well that we certainly want to pay attention to, and again, why I want to make a big deal about this. Okay, so number 1, the COLA. Yes, as an SSI beneficiary, you receive the COLA just like every other Social Security beneficiary. You receive the COLA as well. That started way back, actually at the end of December last year of 2024. You got your first payment with the COLA attached to that. So yeah, you got a little bit of a higher benefit, and that is also applied to SSI benefits. And again, you obviously know this, but again, I'm just pointing out some of the big changes that have come in for SSI this year. All right, now number 2, the maximum benefit for an individual has gone up to $967. Again, not much. Remember this number. You already know this number, but remember this number as well. We're going to revisit this one here in just a little while. Just keep that number in mind. $967 as an individual maximum benefit. Number 3, the maximum benefit for a married couple has also increased by $35 a month from $1,415 last year up to $1,450 this year as a married couple, an increase of $35 a month or about $420 for the entire year of an increase, okay? And again, remember that number as well. We will revisit this here shortly, okay? Now, number 4, the average benefit for an SSI beneficiary right now, even though I just said the maximum benefits there, that's not how much everybody gets. Some people get the maximum, but the average SSI beneficiary right now is getting right around $800. That's it, $800 to cover everything as an SSI beneficiary on a monthly basis. Your rent, your utilities, your food costs, your medical bills, your clothing, your everything on $800, give or take a little bit. It oscillates all the time. It's always moving, but that's about the average right now. Right around $800 is the average SSI benefit. That's sad, and that's really tough. If you are one of these individuals receiving SSI benefits of any dollar amount, I have to say this much for you. You are incredibly savvy. Seriously, you are massively savvy. You've got some mad skills. Because why? Because you've learned how to live on like virtually no money. That's incredible, right? So, I mean, that is certainly a skill. Probably not the skill that you want to say that you have, like, whoa, I couldn't imagine that my life was going to be trying to live on a few $100s a month. But my point is, you are way more savvy than the vast majority of the population, because most people, not a chance, they could never do that. Anyway, hats off to you, okay? All right, now number 5. I want to point out something here because this is interesting and it's going to be a massive discrepancy here, okay? So for those of you living on SSI and the maximum benefit of $967 per month, get this, the federal poverty line was adjusted higher. At the beginning of 2025, it went up by $590 as an individual, or it went up by 3.9% at the beginning of the year, okay? So the federal poverty line now for 2025 is $15,650. You probably heard me talk about that before in other videos. But that on a monthly basis is $1,304 a month, okay? Compare that to the maximum SSI benefit of $967, okay? That is a discrepancy of nearly 35% or $337 monthly. That's nuts. So that is a huge discrepancy. What do I mean by that? It means that the SSI benefits are supposed to be equal to or at parity of the federal poverty line. Well, they're not. They would need to be increased by nearly 35% in order to be equal to or at parity of the federal poverty line as an individual. A nearly 35% increase, and that would translate into $337 more per month for an SSI maximum benefit just to be equal to the federal poverty line where the benefits are supposed to be in the first place. That's incredible, right? Incredible, not in a good way, okay? Anyway, so that is number 5? Okay, number 6, let's talk about a married couple. A married couple, remember, right now the maximum benefit is $1,450. However, okay, that's on a monthly basis, by the way. The federal poverty line for a household of 2 has also increased for 2025. It went up by $710 over what it was last year, up to $21,150 for the entire year, or divided out on a monthly basis, is $1,762 a month. Okay, now let's compare that. The federal poverty line for a household of 2, or in this case, a married couple, that would be a household of 2, is $1,762. That's the federal poverty line right now. However, the maximum benefit for a married couple receiving SSI is $1,450. Discrepancy or difference of? Show me the numbers, please. I'm just trying to be like a game show host. I don't have numbers in front of me. This is all just coming right out of my head. Anyway, it's all factual. Look it up if you want to. If you don't believe me on any of it, look it up. I guarantee it is real. It is fact. But anyway, so here's the difference here. This is a difference of $312 per month, or a difference of 21.5% of a discrepancy. Okay, so what does that mean? It simply means that the maximum benefit of $1,450 right now for a married couple receiving SSI is 21.5% below where they should be based on the federal poverty line. In other words, you would need to get an increase of 21.5% to your monthly benefit just to bring these benefits to where they're supposed to be, equal to or at parity of the federal poverty line of $1,762 a month, which is also $312 more for these monthly benefits. Make sense? That is a major problem. So these last couple points here, number 5 and number 6 that I pointed out here, these, in my opinion, are massively flawed. I mean, this is why the program is failing the beneficiary. And again, you don't have to look far. I mean, you probably down below in the comment section on this video right here, you'll see comments down below. And I'm guessing some of you here will be sharing your story saying, I get X dollars, even if it's the maximum. Doesn't matter. If you're getting the maximum, that's great. But the problem is, are you struggling to live on that little bit of money every single month? Or are you just zipping right on by, like smiles all the way? Oh, life is so good. And I just have all this excess money at the end of the month. No, I think you have more month at the end of the money, as a lot of people say. And that's the situation that we've been dealing with, right? In fact, I've seen comments down below. I can't tell you how many times I've seen comments like this over the years where SSI, or basically any beneficiary, doesn't really matter, but you get paid on whatever day, the first of the month as it pertains to SSI, and then like 24 hours later, you're like, yeah, I've got 13 cents left in my account. It's all gone. I used it on bills. I used it on utility bills. I used it on food. I used it on whatever. $967 does not go far these days. Ever since all this inflation kicked off in 2021, we saw the inflation kick off, and boy, it's been tough for the last couple of years, right? Prices have gone up, siphoning more and more of your money and your benefit away. and here we are, right? Anyway, these are some of them that I wanted to share with you. Now, again, there's multiple other changes that are out there. There's bills, packages, proposals, concepts, ideas, and plans out there to reform the program. But as of right now, we're still waiting. Lawmakers, let's get a move on, right? Anyway, I hope this helps you. Again, I want to point out anything as it pertains to fixed income benefit, anything that I talk about here on the channel. Again, low income, fixed income, Social Security, SSDI, retirement survivors, SSI, VA, RRB, low income beneficiaries, people with disabilities, seniors. The list goes on and on. Programs for you, money, benefits, stimulus, bills, packages, proposals. Again, there's so many things that I talk about here, all of which are revolving around these groups that I just mentioned a second ago. Anyway, I hope this helps you. Again, if I can ask a huge favor of you, number one, please subscribe to the channel. It is 100% free to do so. There's a big subscribe button right down below the video. Thank you so much for your support. Make sure to hit that. Again, if you have not done so yet, big subscribe button down below. Also, if you can think of one or two people that benefit from this video here or any of the other thousands and thousands of videos here on the channel, can I ask a huge favor again? Please share the video. There's a big share button right down below. It is totally free to do so. Thank you so much. Again, I really appreciate that as well. Otherwise, check out the thousands and thousands of videos here on the channel in the video library. It's totally free to do so. Or down below in the description or the top of the comment section, I have hand-selected some very popular videos for you there. Check those out. Or right now popping up on your screen as well, you'll see some videos there. Check those out, or just have a nice day. That's all that matters these days. And please remember, I'm here for you, to represent you, to advocate you, and to help you out in any way that I possibly can. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for trusting me. Thank you for watching, and I hope I can see you again soon in the next